I was looking 5 years ago, yeah, early 2018, for something that I could do from anywhere. And I landed on two things. One was a copywriting business and the other one was e-commerce. And I don't know how, but Neil's ad or something popped up somewhere somewhere in my feed, and it sounded good. I attended the webinar and I thought, yeah, this sounds pretty good. So, and being in IT for like 35 years at that point, I was a bit of a tech nerd, so it kind of appealed to me, and I'm a process nerd, so all the training and everything was looked brilliant, and it is brilliant. So I sort of thought, yeah, this guy's, he's on the same wavelength as me. And but then that was around March, April 2018. I had a big holiday planned, so I sort of didn't do anything until I didn't plan to do anything until I came back. And I had left I finished up a contract in IT at that point. And when I came back, found my father got a diagnosis of 1 month's prognosis, actually. So I became his full-time carer for that last month, put everything on hold. I did mention to him briefly that I was looking at starting up a business, and he got cranky with me. Now, my father was Hungarian, so he's very, very staunch about, he had already said to me, don't waste your money when you get your inheritance, just pay off your mortgage, retire early, and do what makes you happy. So when I mentioned business, he got really cranky with me. He says, you're supposed to be retiring, not looking for more work. So I thought, right, won't talk about that again. But after he passed away, it kind of became like all the doing the online training just kept my mind like distracted from, and helped me cope with the grief. And then that was around, September that year. And in October, I had a PDS session with Kate and ended up with my first product. I think it was end of November, I got my first shipment. I did actually go live in Amazon because it was a product that had liquid, so I had to go through hazmat reviews, and they didn't approve it until after Christmas, so I was very annoyed about that. I did try a market a few days before Christmas at Olympic Park. I had the opportunity to share a stall with somebody who had already paid for one. Unfortunately, that day turned into a complete disaster and turned me off markets because it was 90-kilometre winds.
Wow.
A massive storm. The way where they positioned all the stalls was where people did not come when they got off the trains. So it was a disaster for everybody, and I thought I swore off markets at that point. But I did get the products up and running, and I was back at my old job in the bank, and everybody I worked with became my guinea pigs. So I would test everything on them and get their feedback. So, imagine in a bank, it was like a lot of people. So I got really good and valuable feedback directly. So fast forward, I still only have limited products. I still have that same first product. I believe in the product. It's absolutely brilliant, but it doesn't sell well online. It sells better face to face. So I'm lousy with my marketing. I know I've got to do more videos. But in the process, I did develop an absolutely brilliant relationship with the supplier. They actually have the patent for the products, and nobody else in China makes it, only them. And because they were fairly new on Alibaba, they wanted to sort of, that was fairly new for them. And so we worked really well together. And my contact there, the customer service is first rate. I mean, she just drops whatever she's doing. If I have an issue with something, I say, look, is there anything, how can we fix this? She will go away, talk to her team, come back with a little video that they've done for me on what I can do. Wow. So it's just absolutely brilliant. And through her, I also came up with another product in a different category, but it still comes under my categories like cool tech gadgets. And but it's a music in the music theme, so it doesn't really go with my screen cleaning products. So I'm I don't want to let either of them go, but I'm going to have to let the music category go. But it's been I've loved it all, like the whole learning so much. Amazon, as most of you know, like I was on, when was it? In 2019? No, 2020. Just over 3 years ago, I was asked to join Susie at the time to do tech support for AOE members, and so I ended up doing that for almost 3 years. And then towards the end of last year, I had to pull out because of, for health reasons, had to pull out of a lot of things. And, but yeah, it was just amazing. And I was sort of helping, I really enjoyed that. But that, like, Amazon just, yeah, became a little bit difficult to deal with, especially being on the phone to them so much, and it could take 5 or 6 different people before you could get the right one.
That was a video from my regular Monday night Q&A session with the members of the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs. We are a community of 2,500 members and growing. We're the fastest growing community of professional e-commerce sellers right here in Australia, with sales, by the way, of over $50 million. $50 million, holy crap. If you'd like to find out more about what we do and how we can help you build your own e-commerce business too, get off to www.aussieonlineentrepreneurs.com.au. The link for that is in the description. And thanks so much for watching. See you on the next video.